So I've managed to complete the entirety of the story within the final closed beta for Honkai Star Rail, and I have a lot to say. I'll be talking about what I think of the game, the things I'd love to see improved, systems that could help this game's longevity, and more. Here are my first impressions of the final closed beta for Honkai Star Rail. Alright, so I spent the past few days focusing on the story, which was live streamed here on this channel. So if you want to watch any of those previous live streams, you can find them in the playlist in the description. But I wanted to share my overall thoughts on Honkai Star Rail after putting in around 40 plus hours into the game. Honkai Star Rail has a massive opportunity to showcase the fact that turn-based games still got it. It's doing a great job at focusing on PvE content, including in-game functionality, without including things that could harm the game long-term like PvP. We all know that when PvP is included in games like this, complaining about balancing and pay-to-win versus free-to-play becomes more of a discussion than the actual fun people are having, so I'm glad they're sticking to their previous statements and choosing not to include PvP in their games. Now, if you're not into grindy games that require character building and slower combat than your typical action RPGs, or even the combat within Genshin Impact, this may not be for you, as it is a very much slower type of combat. However, this game is ticking all the right boxes for me, and here's why. The combat is fun and engaging, while also including autoing systems for grinding purposes, which will be locked during boss fights, requiring you to manually participate. The boss fights actually take time and proper team building, and what makes these fights exciting is that, well, the combat can actually get a bit difficult, which is something I was really worried would be lacking. The Relic system, aka Artifacts 2.0, has been improved slightly in order to make the grind less tedious. For example, the autoing system that I mentioned is going to shorten the amount of time needed to grind for these specific relics, or at the very least require little manual entry. I did make a video talking about my concerns about this system, as it was very similar to Genshin Impact's Artifact system. Well, there is an item in the free section of the Battle Pass that could allow players to modify their relics. I'm not sure to what extent, but if it allows players to change their substats to something that they need, this could be a game changer if done properly. If there's some difficult way to grind for this item, this will be exactly what we needed to make the artifact grind less annoying. We will have to wait until the official launch of Honkai Star Rail in order to see how much of these are possible to acquire, but as of now, it's only in the free battle pass and I have yet to test it. As for the story within Honkai Star Rail, I find it absolutely incredible. I've been loving the character development, the world building, and the overall writing of the story. For example, I'm so used to seeing Zila and Bronya being this amazing pair, but at the beginning of Star Rail, they actually don't like each other, and this direction allows for more character development and the opportunity to build a greater attachment to both characters and the relationship between them. I played this game since the first closed beta, and the story has changed drastically since then for the better. Now, my favorite part of the entire game so far is actually a roguelike game mode called Simulated Universe. This game mode adds a level of challenge while providing rewards that benefit the growth of your character. After reaching World 3 of 6, you'll be able to grind for a specific type of relic aside from the initial 4-piece set that you can grind for since the beginning of the game. These relics appear to only be obtained by grinding the Simulated Universe. You can either use your stamina to obtain this gear, or you can use an exclusive item that is only found in the Simulated Universe to obtain the same gear without using any of your stamina. While I know that adding relics to this game isn't going to be something that I enjoy, if these relics are locked behind a game mode like this, I think I'll be fine for a while. However, there is one thing that I am not too happy about, and that's the fact that the gacha system is literally the Genshin Impact gacha system placed into this game. While it isn't a deal breaker, it does mean that there will be times when I can't possibly earn the proper amount of currency for the characters that I want, especially if I miss days on the game, and that means that I'll be swiping the credit card in order to make sure that I obtain these characters. Now, if you're a fan of this channel, you know that I'm not one to blindly ask for a game to be more friendly. In fact, I'm aware that companies need to make more money in order to maintain the quality of these games as well as produce more great content. However, I was hoping for something very much different from what we know in Genshin Impact. It's not a deal breaker for me, but I can see many people not being happy about this. With all of that said, I am really excited for Honkai Star Rail. I plan to play and cover this game extensively once it arrives. If you're excited to join me for this long journey into the heavens, make sure to let me know in the comment section which character you're excited for so far. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Have a wonderful day, stay healthy, stay safe, stay chaotic. Bye-bye now.